What's up, y'all? So we received an all-terrain fat tire e-bike to review. So the e-bike that we received is a Eskute Spark X, and this bike is advertised to go 70 miles per charge. It has a 48 volt 20 amp hour battery, and 20 is up there with the highest amp hours that I've had on an e-bike with a single battery. It's advertised to go 28 miles per hour. This bike weighs 84 pounds and the maximum weight of the rider is 400 pounds. This bike has a 750 watt motor with a peak of 1500 watts. So what we're going to do is unbox this, put it together, go through all of the features, take the bike on road, take the bike off road, test out the off-road abilities, and see if this is one of the best all-terrain e-bike on the market. But I will say, this box has seen better days. Like, the box is kind of dented up. I don't know if it's the company's fault or the shipping company's fault that they use to ship the box. So this is what the bike looks like fresh out the box. Doesn't look like it's a whole lot of wrapping on here. There's nothing to protect the tire there really. But again, hopefully everything is working on this e-bike. So this is what the bike looks like without the wrapping on it. Doesn't look like anything was chipped, but you know, we haven't turned the bike on yet to make sure that everything works. Look like we're gonna have to put our CST BFT 26x4 all-terrain tire on. Very durable, very grippy. This bike came with a front fender. This bike came with two boxes, so let's unbox this one first. Looks like we have our pedals, which are labeled here. Is that our, what is that? So it looks like we have a built-in display. We're gonna have to put this on our front fork, and our handlebar goes through here, but we have a built-in display here. You don't like that, huh? Looks like it came with a set of tools. Nice array of tools. And that box also had our battery charger, which is gonna take 4 to 5 hours to fully charge the battery. Let's now open the second box, which looks like it has seen better days here. Got here. Look like that is our headlight. Nice beefy headlight. So the first thing we're going to do is put our front wheel on. So for the first time ever, I have a screw that I'm going to use to put the front wheel on my front fork. I've never had this before. I don't know if this makes it more secure or what, but in order to put this on, there's this gear shaped washer that you put on, and then you put this plastic buffer on. Okay, and it's supposed to fit into the plastic buffer, and then you're going to put another washer on top of that. You're going to screw it in like this. So I'm going to put my screw with the washer on it behind the front fork here, and then on front of that I'm going to put my fender, and then I'm going to put my headlight here and put the screw at the end here. So we're now going to put our handlebar on. Before we put our handlebar on, we have to attach these LED display. So the first thing we're going to do is unscrew this screw and this screw that's on the LED display so that we can loosen this up in here. First have to remove this from the display here. After we take this screw out, this screw is going to go in here. We're going to put the cover on top of here, and I guess we're going to just do away with this. I have completely removed these screws, and it's still kind of hard to get this on here. You really got to wiggle it. And I guess this is a great time to make sure that our alignment is good. Look like we have some wires to attach here, and they are color coded, and they do go in a specific way. So we got the bike put together. I think the hardest part was putting the LED display on the front fork. And this is a nice size bike. From wheel to wheel, it's about 6 feet 1 inches long. The seat at its lowest point from the floor is 2 feet 10 inches. The handlebar is 3 feet 10 inches tall from the floor. And I am definitely loving the design of this bike. I think this is one of the better looking full-size bikes that I've had on this channel. Very sleek looking. I love the color. I think it's a really good looking bike, but tell me what y'all think. I do think you'll have to choose between the fender and the rear rack though. One of those have to go. Again, loving the CST BFT tire. Get a look at our front and rear hydraulic disc brake, and the disc brake is definitely fatter than most. Loving the fact that we have a steel crankset. I've learned to appreciate these because some e-bike companies come with plastic ones that bend easily. Handlebar size is pretty standard for a bike of this size. It's about 2 feet 1 inches wide. Check out the more grippy ergonomic grips here. Looks like we have your standard Shimano 7-gear shifter here. Handlebar brakes for the front and rear brakes. Looks like we do have adjustable suspension on the front fork, so if you're on a flat surface, you want to lock out your suspension, you turn it this way. If you want more suspension, then you will turn it that way. Give y'all an idea of the front suspension. Now you can charge the battery while it's on the bike. You peel this back here and there's your slot to charge your bike there. On the other side of the battery, you have to peel this back and there is an on and off switch that you have to use to activate your battery. If you want to remove the battery from the bike, turn your key here, move this lever over, and then your battery will come out. So let's now turn this LED display on. We're going to press and hold the power button, and that turns our LED display on. First of all, to turn your headlight and rear light on, you're going to quickly click the power button up here. And now my beefy headlight is on and my rear light is on. To change pedal assist mode, you're going to click up and down here. You press and hold down, you will go into walk assist. Let's look at some of the basic items on your display. We do have our speed calculator in kilometers here, our pedal assist mode at the top, our odometer, so we have ridden the bike a little bit, and our battery life at the bottom. Now regarding any advanced settings, I don't see a way to do them on this panel at all, but there is an app that you're supposed to be able to download, an Eskute app. You should be able to use that app to have advanced settings on this display. Now it doesn't look like I can use the app. It says it isn't available for my device because it's made for an older version of Android, and I have a Note 20, a Samsung Note 20. And when I attempt to use the Eskute scooter app, it crashes. So because I can't use the app to change any of the advanced settings, I'm just gonna have to use the settings that come with the bike. But if you have an Eskute and you are able to use the app to change your advanced settings on your LED display, comment below, let me know. Alright, so we're about to try the different pedal assist modes, starting with mode 1. Not sure if y'all can see that, but I have this GSP calculator here that's gonna give us our miles per hour. This is giving us kilometers, so let's see how fast we go in pedal assist mode 1. Okay. Pedal assist kicks in just a little delayed, but nothing too crazy. We're higher gear here. Okay. Or lower gear, I mean. Alright, so that's 12, 13. Okay, so decent brakes. Now we have 5 different pedal assist modes, but we're only going to try mode 1, 3, and 5. So now let's switch it to mode 3. See how fast we go in mode 3 here. Again, this is giving me my miles per hour. This is kilometers. Yeah, that kicked off quick. Okay, so $19. Okay. Whew. All right, so that got me around 19 miles per hour. We're now going to switch it to mode 5. Now I did back up a bit to see if we can actually hit our maximum speed, because this bike is just a little delayed. It's not bad, but there is a little delay there. So, you know, hopefully we can reach our max speed with this short strip. So let's see how fast we go in mode 5 here. Just a little delayed, nothing too crazy. But it does send you flying, right?
28 miles per hour, mode 5 as advertised. But I felt like I might have been still climbing, so I'm gonna try the maximum speed later. So, Eskute Spark X. What are your thoughts?
I really like this bike. So I like that this is of course, a big bike, big beefy bike that can handle off-road very well, handles the curves very well. The suspension could be a little better.
Suspension could be better, okay.
To be honest, even with the suspension wide open, I still felt more bumps than I'm used to feeling.
Gotcha. But you're used to dual suspension bikes now.
Yeah. Hey, for y'all's next bike, you want to do dual suspension. I will say that I like this. I feel like this is wide, and I feel like I could put a lot of stuff back here.
Yeah.
I like the grippiness of these handlebars.
Okay, so you like the more grippy handlebar.
I like that because I don't really slip.
Gotcha.
On this one. I almost forgot. Y'all.
Oh man.
The seat is not great. It's not the worst ever.
Not the worst.
But it's not great. Just on the seat alone, I give y'all a 3. On the seat, not
on the seat, not on the bike. Okay.
Right.
So what do you give this bike on a scale from 1 to 10?
This bike is a 8.8.
8.8.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are about to get our point of view shots in. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And again, it rained last night, and the rain was much needed. So the first thing we're going to do, because we have all-terrain tires, we're going to try it out on gravel. And it did rain yesterday, so maybe the rocks will be a little slippery, but let's try it anyway. A little shaky, but no slipping on the tires. Handling everything pretty well. These are really grippy tires though, so I'm not surprised. But yeah. Now, of course, with these all-terrain tires, you can definitely lean into your turns here because the tires are very grippy. I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on. Usually I like a handlebar that's adjustable for different heights of riders and different riding postures, but this, the handlebar from the seat, the distance is perfect for me. Like, I'm not leaning over crazy. I'm not extremely upright. I'm like in a perfect posture here. Time to do some off-road riding, so we're not gonna go that way. We're gonna go this way. Now let's go mode 4. Really see if we can get some speed during this process here. Okay. Oh man, that's real smooth. Real smooth for not having dual suspension. Okay. That's real good. Okay. For a bike that doesn't have dual suspension, it's pretty good. Okay. Not bad. Let's keep going. Let's continue going down this hill here. Okay. Again, I have no problems leaning with these tires, even though it rained yesterday, because Very grippy, very durable, very comfortable. Okay. The suspension is decent. Yeah, the suspension, I think I've had a suspension on a folding bike that did not have dual suspension. That was a little bit better than this one. Yeah, a little bit better. But this is pretty good. I have had a little smoother, but this is definitely better than average. And you can tell like it's a decent quality suspension in the front there. All right, so we're about to go up a hill here. Pretty steep hill, about 35-degree hill. And going up this hill, I'm gonna go throttle only. So throttle only up this hill. Let's see how much battery life we lose. This is in kilometers, this is in miles per hour. Let's see how much we lose here. Okay, we're at 23 going into the hill. Here comes the hill. Okay, 20, 19, 18, 17, 15. Okay, 15. We went as low as like 15 miles per hour up a hill. Gonna now try max speed, throttle only, so I'm not gonna pedal. See how fast we going throttle only here. And it is kind of a hill, a little bit. And this is in kilometers, this is miles per hour. Like we're at 27. We're gonna say almost 28 miles per hour. We're now gonna try to max speed pedal assist. I'm on mode 5. And again, this is in kilometers, this is miles per hour. See how fast we go here. It's a little hill, not a big one. .28, looks like I hit 28 there. 28.5, 29, 30, 29. Looks like 29 miles per hour.
So Eskute Spark X, what I like the most about this bike is, for the price, what I like about it is the battery life. Like it took me 12 miles, mainly in pedal assist mode 3. Also doing some throttle only, like up a hill. It took me 12 miles to lose 1 out of 5 battery bars. So that's like 60 miles to charge. So that's pretty good. I also like the speed. I was able to go a little bit more than 28 miles per hour. This bike also performed really good off-road, considering that it's not a dual suspension bike. You only have suspension in the front here. And I like the size of the bike. And I like the size of the bike. Like it's not too big, but it's not too small. Like it's the perfect size. And the handlebar, for me, and I'm 5'11", 6 feet with shoes on, the handlebar is a good length away from the seat. Like I don't feel like I have to lean over crazy to ride my bike. I do think the big miss with this bike was the display. Because I can't use the app for whatever reason, the Eskute app, I'm stuck with whatever settings I have on my display regarding the advanced settings. Like I can't change the speed calculator from kilometers to miles per hour, for example. Comment below if you were able to download the Eskute app and change your display accordingly. And I know that you can always get another display. You can always replace the display with a more standard one if you want to, but you don't want to have to do all that when you get a bike, right? So on a scale from 1 to 10, I will give this bike an 8. Comment below on what you would give this bike on a scale from 1 to 10. Any other e-bike you want me to review, also comment below. Thank y'all for watching.